love with potential
I think
almost.
people don't know what they want.
Maybe they do know what they want, and they probably
They don't know how to
see what
identify it.
right, and they think that they see what they want in the person that they're already falling for, so they stick it out, hoping that
they'll
get
become
it.
what it
Yeah,
is.
they can
Yeah.
get it.
Maybe
out
they
of
don't
that
think they could
person.
get something better.
But I don't think you can think that and then have like a defeated mentality.
All right,
I'm ready.
big shout to Patreon. This is only gonna go on Patreon, but it's gonna have, of course, the promotional clips. Yeah, big shout to Patreon because, and big shout to YouTube membership. Big shout to YouTube.
Yeah, big shout out to all
YouTube
the members.
membership. So you guys know this is how you guys support the show. We love it. We're gonna give a big shout out later on our live to all the Patreon members. So this episode, when you see it, that's not the live. You guys have to go on the IG live to actually see your shout outs. We're on TikTok. It's gonna be on YouTube live. That's where you're gonna see a name shout out. So big shout out to everybody who's tuning in, who's staying with us. I see some of y'all are committed.
You have
So
this
we-
like
I love
late
these
night
mics. It's
rape
because of the
radio
mic. It's
for
because
you
of the
guys.
mic.
Alan playing the R&B joints.
I'm saying, big
So-
shout out to everybody
So
on
definitely
Patreon.
big shout out to you guys. We have the lovely Aaron. We got Rico Hundo, who's definitely, shaping the world with his words. We have the lovely Amanda, who's sweet and dangerous at the same time.
What's those candies called? They say they're sweet, then they're
Sour
sour.
Patch.
Oh yeah, sour.
Yes.
Which color are you? The yellow one?
Ugh.
No, I'm saying.
Who's eating those?
That's why I said that one.
Look at her face.
Well, I thought he said because she got on yellow.
I was saying the least favorite one. The yellow and the orange. No one likes those.
I was about to say the orange. That's terrible. Oh wait,
Green Sour Patch, don't play
wait.
Okay, green's all right.
Why do I have on orange?
There you go.
All right, I take that back. Everyone loves the orange ones.
All right, I'm a red one.
But some people, they love them Sour Patches, right? Even though they you're like,
Yeah, because they're sour at first, and then it's like a gummy bear after.
Yeah, then it's like
Kinda.
ooh.
That's how everybody's lives
Oh,
are.
Yeah.
now I remember. It's been forever.
Yeah. I mean,
Ah.
that's
What?
the whole point of the slogan.
You know what? You know what?
So you gotta go
First
through
they're
it before
sour,
you.
then they're sweet.
You never seen the commercials?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
I have. Definitely when I was a kid.
You know why? Because everybody needs to learn the hard way.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You know what's the
It's like a
funny?
Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, you know what I'm
It's
saying.
hard first.
I try to link that
How many licks does
to
it take
if you're
to
dating a woman, if she's sour at first, do you go through it to see if she's sweet?
Yes, y'all.
No.
People like to be treated poorly for some reason.
Yeah.
You
it is the
serious?
truth.
Yes,
It
it's
is
so
the
weird.
truth. It is the
Like
truth.
people have like this inherent desire to because think if someone is like showing you all the attention, they're calling, they're doing everything, you should be like, ugh,
That's a good guy.
yeah. Oftentimes it is, but then
Not a good
when
guy, he's a simp, most likely.
when they're sparse with the comments, or not comments, like sparse with the calls and the texts or whatever, that like entices you more for some reason.
Like,
I
ooh,
don't
this
know
girl
why.
is fiery.
Because
She,
of look at how
she
every.
always got a comeback. Look
Yeah. Look at
But
Amanda. She's all
I
I
don't
feel
like
like
that.
that's a people thing.
Nah, I don't
I
like
think it's
that.
a people thing. I don't think it's a man or a woman thing. I think it's a people thing.
Well, in my opinion, I agree with you, and that's because look at how everybody's been shaped trained since they were kids. Everything is a reward-based thing.
It is
So you have to work for everything. So when you want a man or a
Oh, I
man
see
wants
what you're saying.
a woman and they want him to be a certain type of way and they're not getting it initially, they feel the need to work for it just like they worked for everything else in their life.
That makes sense.
How about approval based too, right? Think about it. Like if you were nice and behaved good, some parents treated you nicer and behaved like I cleaned my room, I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
So you always looking for some kind of not reward. You looking for some kind of like, oh, is this an approval? Is this nice? Do you like this?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this okay? And I think that's probably where the nice guy spawns from.
Mm.
Like he's trying to get the approval so bad that he's willing to
true.
just
mommy
like-
issues.
Because I can see that
That's
even with
mommy
myself.
issues.
Yeah, that's called coddled mommy issues.
Yeah.
That's what-
The
You want
flip
the
side.
approval from your mom so badly as a kid, like so you're gonna do everything
Yeah.
and be like, you want her approval. I feel like I was never really raised that way. I was never raised not just by approval, but like being rewarded for being good. we were just punished if we were bad.
Very true. Very true.
Facts.
It's like you just wanted to avoid the punishment, not necessarily just be good. You're actually right. You're like, damn, I want my ass beat. Let me make sure I get all A's.
So it's like being good don't really get you nowhere.
You're right.
It's just regular. That's how you're supposed to be. You're
And
supposed
it actually
to be good.
doesn't get you more attention from the parent because it's typically the bad kid or the kid who
That's where my attention came
like
in.
the
I was the bad
like
kid.
they get bad grades or they have behavior problems, whatever. They get more attention from the parents.
Yeah.
Psh, tell me about it. This little.
Well, that's my life. Let me
I
not
mean,
let me not
I
speak for nobody
had-
else. It's my
I
life.
didn't have like necessarily behavioral issues because I was always a good kid. Like I got good grades. I was well behaved. But as I grew up, I caught this attitude. I had this attitude nobody could really deal
Attitude
with.
problem.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
I don't know where it came from. I really don't
You just
know.
thought you were cool or something?
I really don't know. I can't tell you where it came from.
Babe,
but,
my mama would have beat that attitude out of me
Yeah.
so fast.
Facts.
like
My mom tried.
when
to
you
do
a
it.
little
You can
girl
check
and
your
you got an
face.
attitude, your mother cannot deal with it. Like she did not want to deal with me.
As a dad, I don't have no daughters, but I could not imagine.
Yeah, I be watching it. I got a daughter and she already has attitude. Yo,
My
her
dad
her mom
Has
is.
only daughters.
I be having a
Mm.
yo, and it's so weird, right? Women with a daughter, it's like a weird
Dynamic.
dynamic. Like
Yeah.
they don't even they don't agree. They beef,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how you beefing with her at 15 months old? And
There's
she's
only
like,
one
she
queen
know
of the
what she's
castle.
doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's 15
woman thing.
months. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one queen of the castle. Like I
My daughter be rolling her
100%.
eyes at her mom. Like she be like,
It's because she ain't got choked up yet.
What?
got my butt.
She ain't got choked up yet.
No,
Trust
but
me.
it-
You do something like to your mom, and she hasn't like admonished you for it. You gonna keep doing it
Nah.
because you don't particularly know, like especially at her age, you don't particularly know like that.
She knows. I'm trying to tell you. I'm watching this. It's
Well, and if she
live and
knows, she
direct.
hasn't been
Seen it.
admonished for it, and
Yeah.
so she gonna keep
like
doing
she
it.
got in a little pop, but she's like, she's more like a little thigh pop. You
Yeah,
know?
like, don't do that.
But like, but nothing crazy, of course. But at the same time, it's just weird, and it's just like it's really, I think, a respecting because I could tell her to stop, and she stops on the first one, maybe the second one if she's really trying to see if I'm serious. But if her mom tells her to stop, it's gonna take 5.
Because she defies her mom. She wants to
No,
challenge
yeah,
her.
because
Yeah.
the mom is always softer. When my dad says
Nah, she
something,
be bugging.
No, I think it's probably because the mom is always the one like telling her to stop.
That could be it too.
Because it's like you hear stop all day, but then when the person that never says anything and they say
Oh.
something, you be like,
No, yeah, my dad
Nah, I
would be
be
over
saying, I
there
be
in the
vocal.
corner,
Oh.
ignoring
I'm a vocal-
everything
I'm a
going
vocal
on.
dad.
But as soon as he speak, as soon as he acknowledged
Stopping
that
your tracks.
he heard what's going on, and he finally decides to say something, damn, now you quiet.
yeah.
So authorities kind of, do you think authority is something that's serious for you in your, like when you seek in a relationship because you've seen that authority that could just shut everything down?
Yeah,
Like if a guy doesn't have that kind of authority of that type of energy to control a room or to do something, you might just be like, damn.
I mean, it's definitely attractive. I'm not gonna say that
Thanks.
that's something that I'm gonna be looking for, but it's definitely attractive.
Thanks.
Bye, Rico.
I appreciate it.
Anyway,
So guys, listen to this. I'm gonna play this, and you guys tell me what you think of this. All right. And Aaron, you sent me this,
which one is it?
so I'm gonna play it
Okay.
now. This woman, she's going through it.
Oh, that
All
one. okay.
right.
Let me
So
see it.
is that the one?
I
We're
think
gonna go with.
that's the one. Yeah.
All right, Part. You ready?
I've literally come to the conclusion that
She pauses.
She pauses so much times.
Not the music.
It was the music.
I don't want to date. I don't want to get married. I don't want to do anything. Cheating. You can't express yourself while you're arguing. What's the point? What is the point? I'm at the point where
I gotta repost this.
Me too.
How could you be-
I saw it. I was like, God damn, she talking long.
This is so funny.
This is the part that got me.
just for you to do what? Cheat.
Mm.
Just for you to
Not all men cheat.
Of course,
Most.
not. The ones that she was with.
I'm glad you said that.
Most.
Rico.
Maybe she should be realistic.
That makes sense.
communicate.
Or the men could just be honest about.
All right, I'm gonna stop
I
this
agree with honesty,
part. I'll send this to you.
but
So we'll add it on there?
Telling her the truth.
Yeah, but I just wanted to have the at least most of the moments so we could talk about it. But you know the funny thing about when I hear these things, what I think about?
Mm-hmm.
She's not talking about all men.
She's
She's talking
the men
about the men the one guy that she really wanted,
2
or two.
Give it 2.
But the real one guy that she really wanted that didn't text her back and ghosted her, then she generalizes everybody.
I actually disagree. I think that she's talking about a chain of men that she's dated and has been very unlucky, like with the outcome. Because what?
There's no luck in.
Well, let me say
but just where
unsuccessful.
she's going.
There we
She's
go. I
she's
like
been
that.
unsuccessful with the men that she's chosen to date, pursue, whatever. And I think, and we talked about this, like I think a lot of times we are unsuccessful because we continue to choose the wrong people. Yes, you're going to run into some problems where you have, a bad experience. It's going to happen to everybody. But let's be honest, and women, let's take accountability. The common denominator is you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
If you have 10 failed relationships, 1 or 2 may have been the person. You know what I mean? But we got to be honest with ourselves. Like, we have to make better choices. We have to truly vet these men. Like, if you see a red flag, don't hang around and think that he has potential to show you green flags. He's shown you the red flags. Know, understand, and believe that those are red flags, and those red flags are going to continue. Like I think, like you said earlier, we like to date potential oftentimes, and we're not realistic about that potential. Potential don't mean it's guaranteed. Potential means that it may or may not happen. And we're not looking at the may not. We're looking at the may.
We're just looking for it to be what we want.
Exactly. And I think that that's where we make a lot of mistakes. And I think that men take advantage of it.
No.
I don't
No,
think
no, no,
anyone.
no.
I don't really don't
Wait,
think
how
that
do
the
men-
men are taking advantage, because I mean, if you're dating someone, I don't want to really say like in a relationship, but if you're dating a woman and you guys are like equally benefiting from each other, like she sees something in this guy that she likes, and he sees something, and they're having fun. I don't really see, and especially if it's not like an official relationship, I don't really see the guy doing something.
Let me
Like-
explain that. So when I say take advantage, I mean, because and you
Leave
can,
with the upper hand.
yes, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there are some men, when they find a certain woman, they will be better and do better for that woman. Not all the other women, but for that woman. And so he's taking advantage of the opportunity to not be better and not do better.
I think every man, well, in that regard, every man that runs, not every man,
Men.
most men that run into women that are good women, that they truly, truly deem of their ideal of a good woman, they automatically are going to try to do whatever it is that they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of things and different variables that happen that make a man stop doing certain things, right? And I think a lot of times a comfortability factor happens, right? Especially with women, in my opinion, from my experience, where a woman gets comfortable, so she stops doing certain things, not realizing that her doing those things was making that man be the man that she was desiring.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a give and take, and give comes before the take. So now when you stop giving, now they're gonna start taking away the things instead of giving those things back to you. So, I think in that regard, that's my opinion. But for this specific person,
that one, because I got
Yeah.
something that I want
for
to
her,
talk to you about that one.
I can't even feel sorry for her,
Absolutely don't.
right? Because everybody, first and foremost, everybody has the right to choose their partner.
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to choose your partner, and sometimes even if you vet that person, the thing that I feel like is happening is that people are forgetting that we are calling into our lives this type of person.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person we figure out is not working for us. So now what we need to vet is not others. We need to vet ourselves. She needs to vet herself. What does she truly desire? And what comes with that man? Because it could be a red flag if she wanted that type of man, but that is a normal flag for the type of man that she's actually desiring. You know what I'm saying?
It's lack of honesty with yourself.
Exactly. There's not a reflection period coming along, and a lot of people that are having trouble with relationships. And the reflective part is like, well, why do I want this? And then when you can ask yourself that and answer that question, then you can figure out if that is something that you truly want or something that, you may need.
So here's a question for you, Rico, right? And I'm gonna ask you this question, and the ladies, you tell me. How many? Because I looked at her. She is a decent looking woman. She doesn't look like she's not.
Yeah.
On her
I thought
roster,
she was actually pretty.
she's a very
She
pretty
was
girl,
pretty.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, decent.
She's a pretty girl, right?
No judgment.
Now, without even being funny, and this is for the fellas and the ladies, right? Without even being funny, how many men you think this woman has on her roster that she don't want?
10.
At least.
Probably.
She probably has the 10
probably has
nice
a lot.
guys on her roster that's chasing her every day, wants to be good by her, wants to take her out to eat, wants to do all these beautiful things, but that's not the guys that she wants.
Exactly.
She doesn't want those
course.
guys.
And she wants to
based
quit
on-
dating because of the guys that she does want are not the guys who benefit
her.
and suit her needs.
No, true, because based on how long that video was, on,
And every pause,
it was
And the
every
dramatic music.
pause and all
Every
the
pause
dramatic
was
music
another guy.
on the guys do this and guys do that and guys do this and guys do that. She has a long list. So obviously she's expecting the opposite from all of this. So she has a very long requirement list.
Yeah.
She has a very long list of things that she wants in a guy and is looking in maybe just the wrong guys.
I get
You know what
narcissist vibes from her.
you know what I
Really?
get?
Oh, I need to hear this.
Go ahead, Rico. After Rico, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it.
Like, I get, like, how I compare her situation, because for you to say I quit, you had to try a lot of times.
No, yeah. This
Typically,
is
you don't
not a
try 1 or 2
generalization
times,
on
right?
one person.
So let's just say she quit because she had multiple failed relationships and or hopes of a relationship. Those type of people I identify with the people who go to college, get a degree in something that they thought they wanted, and then hate their profession.
Yeah, what they reach for.
Yeah, they hate their profession, and then they have to restart, and then they try something else, and then they hate their new profession, and so on and so forth. So, and going back to it, these are people who are continuously ignoring who the hell they are and what they need for them.
Yeah,
Like you're just searching for something that might be cool
or looks good.
or looks good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fits into the status quo.
exactly.
You know what? I have the exact example for that. So, and I'll just use law school for an example. To be a lawyer, you have to be able to critically think, you have to be able to write, and you have to be able to effectively express yourself. And I think that and that was actually one reason why I went to law school, because I looked at the shit that I was good at.
And you
I was
went
like,
for it.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, I read and write really well. Let me go to med school.
Yeah.
No.
Or let me be an accountant.
Right. I didn't grow up wanting to be a lawyer at all. I literally looked at what I was good at, and I was like, and I talked to
It
them.
makes sense.
Yeah, and it made sense. So that's what I did. And I think it literally is the exact same thing that you're saying. You have to know you.
Facts.
No, definitely.
And I think she's probably, this is why I say I get narcissist vibes from her.
Oh, yeah,
I think
why?
that she ends up getting the type of guy that she's looking for, probably with all the dimensions and all the
She steps it
descriptions.
up.
No, I don't think she sleeps with them. I think it's more like the guy, very macho, whatever, walks into her door, do all of that stuff, right? He's doing all this sexy shit for her. He's like, all right, baby, it was just such a great night. And she's already in love.
Oh.
This dude got
I
another date.
definitely got that from her too.
Now her
Word.
narcissism.
Like too fast.
Yeah, she falls in
she's
love
like-
with potential.
She's already in love because he has all
falls
the
in love
image
just-
and he has the
yeah.
package,
quickly.
right? And then the dude, he's like, I'm about to go to the next thing. Then she's like, well, wait a minute, I'm entitled. Then when we need a name for I don't know
Monique.
if that's
The woman?
Let's do
no, when
Monique.
Simon calls her, I don't know who Simon is.
Uh-oh.
Simon doesn't sound like a cool guy. Just letting you know.
Eugene.
So
Oh no,
it's-
that's our dude. I'm tripping.
Ryan, let's go with Ryan.
So when Simon
Ryan?
calls
Ryan's a
her-
cool person.
No, when Simon
Ryan's
calls
cool,
her
man.
and Simon is like, hey, you know, there's a new movie and a new
Oh,
play.
that's Simon.
I'd love to take you out to dinner. And she's like, are you crazy? I'm waiting for Sean. He's just
I'm waiting
Dude,
for Sean.
Deontay.
Sean is good.
Jamarcus.
You understand?
You could have said Rico, but we'll go with Sean.
Waiting on
But it goes
Jamarcus.
back to what you said, Rico, right? Or didn't you say like 80% of women are chasing 20% of the men?
And that's the thing. And this is also kind of what I was trying to say based on Aaron's perspective, is that everybody has a different world and everybody has different rules, right? Simon's rules, what are red flags for Simon, are not the same red flags for Sean
Facts.
in this analogy.
Because Sean ain't got the
True.
time.
Exactly. So when she decides that she wants to play in Simon's world, those red flags may be valid.
He'll tolerate it. He
Exactly.
don't care. He'll deal with it.
And
She's
when
late.
and
She cancels dates.
Simon might say okay,
It's okay.
but you
I
can't
can't
do that to Sean,
Oh, that's so true. I have a story after
right?
this.
You can't do that with Sean.
He'll be like, first
What?
of all, you don't even get to see Sean twice.
And
Exactly. You're just hoping for the second time you get to see Sean.
It's very true.
and maybe
the
Sean
other
might
girl.
be a cheater, right?
Sean is
Likely.
the cheater.
But
He
but
he's not really giving you the time that you
no, he's
really
giving her
want.
the time. He's just not giving her. He's not only giving her the time. That's the problem.
He's splitting his time.
He's splitting that time, but he can balance it well.
But you want to hear the craziest thing in all of this?
Sean is a good guy.
As much as she, as
Sean
much
is
as
alright.
she dubs Simon in this, Sean wants love just as
much.
bad as she does.
Yep.
He wants someone that he could be like,
Yeah.
that's me.
This is some
That's-
kind of psychology shit.
Her love.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait,
Where's Marie?
yo, her love. It ain't toxic. It's real. Yo, her love that she has is perfect for Sean. If she learns how to love
Sean the way he
Sean
needs it.
the way that he is, because the way that he is actually is perfect
That makes
for
sense.
her.
She may need to be more understanding. She may need to.
Be more realistic.
And this
yeah.
is also what I think, because I feel like we say this on 8 at the Table all
We're
the
also
time.
guessing.
Did they have a
She
conversation?
could actually be going for Simon.
do they have
Simon's like W.
conversations?
Sorry.
It's okay. Do they have conversations with each other about what they want? Like, are these
That's a
just
great
guys?
point.
Are these just guys that she's
That's a great
into that they just never really get to the point of her like actually having them? So she's like frustrated and goes to the next one
But
and
she
then
can
goes to the
land
next
them,
one.
but she
Like,
can't
are
keep
we
them.
at a point of commitment and us talking about what we want from each other? Because I feel like at that point, there's no reason why this girl and Sean doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Because you
She
said
moves too fast. She imagines too quick. She's moving too fast. Yo, I just took you to one Philippe dinner. Like, relax.
And that's
You
why you
already-
girls
you already went to pick out your
fantasize in
wedding
private.
dress. She
Fantasize
already
in
went
I don't
to
like
private,
those
everyone.
women.
dress.
Oh, hell
She
no.
already got all
The last names.
There are women out there that will tell you that they love you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, all
Yes,
that.
I will say,
And-
Alan,
and-
you
and
are speaking out of
men too.
assumption.
I am.
Yeah,
Definitely meant
you are
to.
speaking out of assumption. We don't know
Those are
that this
males.
is what she did.
Okay,
But
she looks thirsty.
even if she was the
Does she, Alan? Like,
I mean,
come
when
on.
you
even
crying
if
out
she
for
was
help,
the type of person to move that quickly and to like speak her like future that quickly, I guess that would be on her.
So can I ask you a question, Amanda? If you dating a guy, first date, you come out, takes you out, he doesn't even go hard, nothing.
Coffee.
Coffee. He's chilling.
coffee.
But then you say something like some bohemian shit some bohemian stuff that get dudes like, oh my God, she's a woman of nature type like, and then all of a
Oh, yeah.
sudden he's like, oh my gosh, she could be my wife.
Enthralled.
Yep.
Right now he's already made up everything in his mind about you. This man doesn't even know you. What goes on through your mind with that vibe?
I'm already gone.
Yep.
First
It's
of all,
scary.
Thank you.
It's scary.
I am actually already gone because while I'm here having coffee with you, trying to figure out if there'll be a second date or if I like you enough, for us to be texting later,
Mhm.
you are talking about I'm the woman of your dreams because I said something you liked?
Yeah. So he's already in his head,
Yeah,
right?
no, you're a nut.
Okay. So now let's reverse that.
That's the same thing.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing with
It
her.
is.
Yeah.
It is the same thing. That's why I said that would have been her fault if that is what she was doing.
But you know what the problem is too, because there are guys, and I know I've met a lot of them who love that behavior from a woman when they can tell him that they love him within 2-3 weeks, or they can start to picture this whole wedding and futuristic.
something off of that.
Yeah,
Is
they
that- is that
it
because-
feeds their ego so much, and the problem that
Do they
happens.
reciprocate?
I mean, I don't. I no, like.
Oh.
But here's the thing: they don't reciprocate, but they entertain it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
because they entertain it is detrimental to the woman, of course, right? But then what ends up happening is, and I've seen this happen so many times, that same dude will fall in love with 5 women. And it's like, yo, how you love all 5 girls, right? And then next thing you know, he's like, but I can only choose one because he never kept it real. You feel me?
But he likes that feeling.
he likes the feeling
Yeah.
of being
Being loved and desired and
Yeah.
and
Desired,
But you know
yeah.
what the problem is?
Mhm.
It ain't realistic for him either.
but I feel
'Cause
like
he doesn't really want
is that human
He
though?
doesn't know how to do it.
Is that human?
Is he not being
Don't
honest?
we
Exactly.
all, or don't we? Is that a people thing, or is that just a some people thing?
Everybody wants to feel
I feel
wanted.
like I feel like people like the attention of like people wanting them. People like desiring.
Don't tell me you love me after we had sex one time. And don't even tell me you love me after the first time or in the first time we're having sex.
I'm not saying it has to be a quick thing, but I'm just saying like just in general.
I'm just
Like-
saying, some women be like, I love you, daddy. And because
But do they like it because they're like, okay, well, I got this woman locked, so I know that whenever I want to have sex or whenever I want to go out or I want to, do anything, like this woman is always going to be down because she loves me.
Yeah,
Wait, so
psychotic.
we talking about the problems. Let's find a solution.
Let's go with it. Before we go with the solution, can I
Y'all
wanna
got a
show
solution.
something? Look,
Talk to 8 at
look
the
at
table.
this. They had to delete part. Put this on real quick, and I'm gonna show this to everybody. Right? Let me know when you see it. You got it? They had to delete this mugshot.
Oh,
I
my
saw
God.
that.
Yep.
Criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Because
He is handsome.
every single woman was trying to bail this man out.
And he is a
Not for a
rapist or
not for a
sexual.
rapist?
He had
Not a
sexual
rapist.
assault. He had sexual
Is it
assault.
sexual assault
He
or
had
physical
sexual.
assault?
He had sexual
Wait,
assault.
read it before we start putting that man business
Nah,
out there falsely.
know.
He's not
Go
more
ahead,
handsome than
read
the
it.
first prison bay.
I
Y'all know
remember
the
him.
first prison bay.
So all
No, this
these-
dude is very handsome.
He had sexual assault. He had sexual assault.
Oh, you heard what I
charges.
said? Oh,
I did not.
The other one was
Is
a
it
little
sexual assault?
light-skinned. I
Lonnie,
think
can
he
you
was
look
black,
that
the
up?
first
He
prison
was.
bay.
Guys,
Marie.
Rico is usually right.
Find out. Was that sexual assault that the dude had?
I hope not.
It was
All right, I'm
sexual
gonna DM
assault.
it to you right now, Marie.
And it's
I
like
just sent it to you.
these
But
women, like,
That's who they chasing.
you want to bail out the man with sexual. And actually, to be honest, if and I'm not even gonna lie. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marie. I'm pretty sure it was the R word.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was the
All right,
R
guys,
word.
we're gonna come back to figure out what this guy really
Even if
did.
it was,
but
these people,
it's-
these women wanting to get him out, is going to be consensual. They want
No,
to
but
do it.
but the point is like
But-
that's somebody who that's
There's an
somebody
issue.
that's somebody who has I don't want to say I don't want to even judge him, but there's somebody who definitely has some sort of issue where he is feeling the need and the ability and acting out on the ability of doing such harness acts to another individual, especially a woman. And then it goes to show, like, all these women say that they want the good guy. They want the guy that's going to be, to open the door for them. But then they're trying to bail out a guy who is, potentially being in jail for some type of sexual
We
assault
can't
on a
assume
woman.
That these are the same woman. There are.
I
crazy
think
women.
99% of women want a good guy that are heterosexual.
Right, but I'm just going to say the girls chanting about wanting the good guy.
Oh, it was a fight.
Oh, so okay.
It wasn't sexual.
Fight, they
So
can
not
have
the R
it.
word.
Look at Rico's face.
You messed up your whole little argument.
They can have it.
I don't trust Lonnie. She's a Sagittarius. Marie, can you double check Marie?
I'm sure Marie just looked it up too.
Marie didn't say nothing yet.
But the thing I'm saying is when you look at it for what
Thank
it
you,
is.
Lonnie. I'm
To
sorry.
our audience, to our
Sorry, Sean.
YouTube members,
My bad, Sean.
to our YouTube members, to our Patreon members. What we're saying is this: like, a lot of women just want the package, and a lot of men just want the package. They don't know what's inside the box. They don't know what's
It's
inside
like a
of
grab
it.
bag.
But if the package look
Ooh, I'm
good,
scared of those.
they just want it.
Speaking of the box, we have the date box, which is going to be coming out very soon, and that's going to be dope for anyone who is a couple or looking to be a couple with someone. That'll be filled with a bunch of monthly new ideas and or games, a bunch of fun things for these couples.
Sex toys.
Hey,
That's
you know.
the slutty box.
That's the other show.
Table.
That's the After Dark box.
We working on that.
It is a subscription, so we do have them available all year round from month to month, so you can keep you and your partner entertained with the help of 8 at the Table.
Big shout out to Datebox. So Datebox is launching September.
Launching soon.
And we're having a party. We're gonna invite some people to come out once they
Party.
Make sure it's not a singles mixer. You seen what happened on the internet with that.
Hey,
That's
party.
Oh God.
that's not gonna work out.
Wow.
But who is it assault on? A
We
woman?
got into a fight.
Was it an assault on
Why
who?
does it have to be a
If
woman?
it's a man, then it is regular.
All right, assault with bodily.
I
is
don't
not
know the
cool.
assault with body. Yeah.
You know, if you got into a scrap at a bar, things happen.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
There
it's
are
not that
levels.
we're passing it off as it's okay, but I mean,
trust this
shit
research, by
happens.
the way.
He's a guy. Shit. I mean,
I really don't
shit.
trust their research. But what was he in jail
Wait,
for?
wait, wait. But what was he in jail for? Because yeah, he was fine.
Oh, I saw
He
that.
was a Rothschild? Yeah, it's,
He was so fine.
that's a different ball game.
He left his wife. Like he was married, I think, and he left his wife.
He was a wanted man.
I would leave
Okay.
my girl for a Rothschild too. Sorry, babe. You know, it's all love. We could double
Who would
back.
have thought?
Yo, the
Who would have thought
Rothschilds
him going to prison
would
would
have
have?
set that off.
Yeah.
That's interesting
The
though.
Rothschilds probably have never seen the inside of a commercial airport unless they were buying it.
Right. Exactly. We'll be good. You got us. You got us.
So
See, that's crazy because that's this crazy thing, right? A woman would be like, "Go, baby, go cheat on me for the money."
No. Cheating is when you don't know.
No.
I don't
Ain't no.
She know.
Ain't no.
You
girl.
playing me.
Sing
Keep
it.
it on the low.
Y'all better listen to
Cause my
Amanda
heart
singing.
can't take it
Wait, stop
Better
it.
anymore.
listen to Amanda
Lonnie,
sing.
Lonnie said cheating is with a regular person like me, but this is progress.
You know what, Lonnie? I agree.
I'm with that.
I'm not gonna lie,
So
my
if-
heart would be broke.
So let me. I didn't get to look.
Oh.
Locked.
I
So
ain't never getting
wasn't.
hit back. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
was trying to type it, but I got sidetracked.
Not sidetracked. Is that like light skinned it?
I corrected myself. It.
Cancel.
See these light-skinned hoes.
So
I just need to do this real quick.
I want to talk to you. So I want to hear your story first, though, because I want to go
Oh.
about the ring thing.
Okay, this has nothing to do with a ring. This is about like when we're talking about like good guys and like, you know, you're able to treat them a certain way. Not like shit, but like
It
you
was like shit.
you definitely treat them differently. And I'll never
Bad.
I won't say that. Like I'll never forget. Like I was dating somebody back, you know, years ago, and I feel like, and they're the one that called me out on it. I never thought that I did not like care for people's time or I wasn't respecting somebody's time, but I was very adamant always about don't play with my fucking time. Respect my time. If you're gonna be somewhere, if you say you're gonna be
Told
there.
him that.
No, I've just always said that, you know, like, but I wasn't giving the same thing.
Because you had no respect for him.
Yeah.
It's a
And like,
matter of
and he
respect.
and he checked me on it, and I had never thought about it, but I was like, damn, I'm wrong,
And-
you know. And it never really occurred to me until he called me out, and I think that's what kind of like made me like him more.
You respected him after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he showed you and he spoke to you.
Okay,
and
guys.
asked you-
Because he checked me.
And from that check, you got his respect.
Yeah.
And it's a respect thing. I think that's the most common thing. I think that girl that we talked about in the beginning, she's going to places where she could be easily disrespected. these guys don't have the type of respect for her that she's looking for. And little Simon over here, who has the respect for her, she doesn't want to give Simon no
Maybe
love.
we should find her and bring her on.
Can I
Should.
And tell her what's up.
can I just
Get a real game.
can I just give my information out?
Is it sexual assault?
So this one, no, was assault with bodily injuries. But back in 2017, he was arrested for kidnapping and rape.
Oh God.
So I might have been wrong on this one,
You
but I
gotta be
wasn't wrong
quick,
on the
gotta be quick.
person.
Oh
Hey, you got-
Lord.
my research is usually impeccable.
What website this come from?
Wikipedia.
It's born on Radar. This
Well-
ain't. Is this even a real?
So look, you know what? Let's go back.
Very questionable
Exactly.
judgment and character.
That's
yeah.
okay because I didn't think he's that cute anyway.
I actually thought he was handsome, and I don't even.
You say you love older men?
No.
No. She said that's not her. She said that's not her type.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. So,
I thought he was handsome.
but if we could say one piece of
Chad Michael
advice
Murray, that's a
to
handsome white
to ladies and gentlemen, fellas, listen to me. Listen to me. You see what Aaron just said? Aaron said the dude, she was playing him. She was playing with his head, doing whatever she
I wasn't
wanted.
playing him. I just wasn't even giving it consideration.
But once he was like, yo, you gotta chill with all that, he got Aaron's respect. So respect is important. So if you're going
Respect
around,
is attractive.
but is it attractive?
I mean,
I mean,
what?
how does
what
the
was
respect come?
Okay.
She wasn't attracted to him till she started respecting him.
Well, I wasn't like, no, he was fine. I was attracted to him. It was just more so that I was willing to like not really consider literally the same thing I was asking for or demanding. I wasn't even giving that.
Okay. Was
Wait,
he
I
what
missed the
we
story.
call now a simp?
No, he not.
What happens is that
Oh,
she was
nah.
she was with a dude and she was just
He
like
wasn't.
coming
Very
showing
nice
up
guy,
late.
though.
She
whatever.
was.
Then he checked her. Then she said the minute he checked her, she started respecting him, and that made him more attractive.
Yeah.
Because you know why women see the thing.
Why you gotta?
Tell us about the women.
It's not even the women. It's a man thing too. Because the thing is, men think that women don't like being checked. See, a woman, in my experience, gets more attracted to you as a man when you can stand on what you want in the way that you want things to operate. Because it gives them a clear transparency on you as a man.
yeah.
And they can say yes or no. Now, when you and it's not just a woman thing. It's
both
for-
genders.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
let anybody do whatever they want to you, nobody's going to want to do anything with you for a long period of time. They're just going to take whatever they can from you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when the dude says, yo, listen, you was late last time. Don't be late again. But or however he may say it, right? I'm more
That was very aggressive.
I'm more aggressive. That's just my thing. It works for me, you know. And they'd be like, okay, like my bad. I'm like,
No. I
"Damn."
would have said ew.
That's
Ew.
why we're not dating. But
That's what my girlfriend
I'm
had
like, do you
all the
talk to your
time.
mama with
You
that
say-
mouth?
You say something I don't like, I say ew. I say it to my girlfriend all the
Yuck.
time. Because who are you talking to?
this is the attitude that she was talking about that she developed.
Yuck.
But yeah, but anybody, you know, men gotta do this. Exactly what she's saying. Sometimes you gotta check your girl. Every way that you check her, I mean, there's different ways that you can check her.
yeah,
But you gotta check your lady, bro.
I think for people to really just to put a grasp for the audience to understand what Rico is saying is that if you don't feel you have the courage to basically tell somebody, yo, this is my boundaries, I'm
Yep.
not comfortable with this,
Exactly.
that means that there's something in you that is comfortable being disrespected.
Oof.
So you have to know, like,
That's a
oh,
simp.
yeah. Well, there's a thing in you that's like, I'm okay being disrespected because you don't know how to set
I just said that.
comfortable boundary.
I feel like
That's actually an excellent
not
point.
only okay, it depends on how much you like the person, because if you don't really care about the person, you just gonna let the disrespect rack up so that you have a reason to leave.
Not Marie in the background.
Marie, no mic, no talk.
Like if I don't even really care for you, I'm gonna say, all right,
Okay.
all right,
I see what I feel
strike
what
one,
Amanda,
strike two, strike three, and I'm gonna
Amanda
say,
is
you know
doing it.
what,
This ain't it.
this ain't gonna work.
Amanda's doing it with
But
no
that's
conflict.
you checking them
Yeah.
too. Because sometimes it takes for a woman to check the man so then he can be like, okay, you know what? I can't talk like this or act like this
Yeah.
with her. And then he finds his balance. But that's all it is checks and balances.
Balances.
I like that. It's
Ooh.
about checks and balances in relationship. If you don't have
I'm
your
getting good at this.
like it's checks and balances. 'Cause
Smart.
there's another thing too on what Amanda was saying, which I kind of, it's a scary thing in relationships. If you're in a relationship and you're doing dumb stuff over and over, there's an old thing that says you're losing pieces of that person daily,
Oof.
and then over time you done took so many pieces out of that person
gone.
that they're physically in front of you, but
Yep.
they're gone.
Absolutely.
Because that person's not even there no more. And then
Check
you're
the fuck
you're
out.
kind of like trying to understand what's going on. And that person may stay or may not stay. But the real thing that's going on is that person's not even existing anymore. And the minute that person finds somebody to breathe life into them, they're probably gonna just go into that
They're gonna
direction.
flourish up.
And they're gonna flourish.
Absolutely.
So that's
Stay the hell away from
that's
me.
the negative side of not setting boundaries because you're losing pieces. Like if that guy had stayed around with Aaron, and Aaron kept doing that, and Aaron just kept doing it and doing it, and then like years
I would have
later,
kept doing it.
she kept doing it, and then one day he's just like she's talking, but he's not there no more, and then Aaron's like, all right, let's leave, and then Aaron sees him a year later, and he got a whole wife and kids and this and a family, and there's life in him. And she's like, why didn't you do that with me? He's like, you took every piece of me already. Because you wanted to do whatever you wanted to do because I didn't have strong boundaries for you. I'm just not built with those type of boundaries to give you. So there's a flip side to it, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
She
Look at
said,
Amanda's
Aaron.
face.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
What?
You let that man go get a wife and kids.
but you push.
Hey, good for
people to
him.
Life, you know.
No,
Like,
Aaron's
there's so
happy.
much more to this story, and I think I've shared part of it on the show before. But yeah, that's one part.
But at the same time, you got to know the type of woman you're dealing with.
Absolutely.
There's
Oh my
women
God.
that I've dealt with that was so delicate
Yeah.
that, like, if I even checked them remotely close to aggressive, it would have broke them, right? But there are women like Aaron who are stronger than that and than that delicate type of woman that I'm speaking of, and they need that. It's almost like a reassurance thing that you're paying attention to them, to your relationship, and you're paying attention to, you know, everything that are trying to build.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, okay, he doesn't want me to do this because this could have a negative effect on this.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense to
So
them.
she needs a constant reminder to keep the relationship.
No,
in check?
when you have a constant reminder,
That's too much.
that's somebody who just does not have any moral compass of what a relationship is.
Or they don't listen, or
Yeah, I'm
Like-
not dealing with no hard-headed woman.
somebody you got to
I'm
keep
not-
saying the exact
doing
same
that.
thing
hard-
over to, like, over and over and over.
That's the pieces of me. that I'm living
Like,
day by day, and when I check out, is because the one that I got can actually comprehend
yeah,
what is
comprehend.
being said.
Honestly,
and act
there's
on
nothing
it.
there's nothing worse than like having a conversation with an adult person, right? Over and over and over and over about the exact
I
same
learned so
thing.
much from you guys.
It's
here.
like, are
emotional.
you like it? There
getting
is
emotional.
nothing more like disappointing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so aggravating and so annoying. It's like I'm telling you exactly what to do, what I want, what's going wrong, how we can make this work,
Yeah.
and they just keep doing the exact same thing over and over.
Imagine providing solutions to a partner.
Thank you.
You're providing not problems. You're providing solutions. And the solutions are not being taken into consideration where it could force some type of action on their part on the solutions while you do your part for the solutions. But then at the same time, you're constantly having to repeat.
It's draining.
It's
It is so draining.
Yo, and this is when I realized that, no offense to anybody who did graduate college, I definitely appreciate and applaud you, but there's a lot, every woman that I dated, and I said this before in the prior show, right, has a college degree. And I used to think, like, you know, the
That's
better
the
her
thing.
degree, the more, you know, competent she was or the smarter she was. And I realized, like, even a doctorate's degree, you still could be a fool.
Yeah.
Because you're like, and I've experienced this, guys. Yo, exactly. You give them the answer.
It's like I gave you the answer. How are you not?
But you know what it is.
I gave you the letter C, and you chose D.
What if, like,
Great analogy,
We're
Lonnie.
dumb.
that could be very
or F
hard.
for fool.
Very hard-headed. I think my wife be like that.
F for
This man is
farewell.
hard-headed.
I think you are.
So annoying.
You mean, are you listening?
No, I could be very hard-headed. You may be like looking at me like, bro, if I could drown you, I would.
But
right
stubborn
now.
and hard-headed is different.
I don't know. I don't think I'm stuck because I learn. I'm a listener, right?
Yeah.
I listen. I
So
pay
what's the
attention.
And that's not hard-headed though.
Yeah.
What's
Huh?
the difference?
Like we went to
That's fair.
B&H.
But
And B&H
that's
gives you
okay.
free parking.
Uh-huh.
So they
What's
closed
B&H?
it. Is where you buy
Cameras and stuff.
cameras,
Okay.
and
I'm
stuff,
learning.
right?
Okay.
So we're at B&H, they
I would've been
closed
on,
it. I'm like, oh, there's
Best
no free
Buy.
parking. I'm already aggravated because there's no free parking. I'm just gonna pay the $50 for the parking. So Yumi goes, well, maybe they put the parking right there. They just moved it. Just ask a question. I said, why you always think you know something? She was like,
That's
I'm
mean.
telling you. She's like, why?
That's mean.
I was like, yo, just chill. Pay the $50. Let's go. She was like, oh my God, just go and ask them. I said, I'm not asking no grown man. Can you give me a free parking? Right? So
That is hard-headed.
And I bet Yumi got out and asked.
no.
And the parking was
So
free.
we
Come here,
pulled
girl.
up.
He paid and then he saw it was a free parking.
So we pulled up.
I believe it.
And then Yumi looking at me, and it's hot outside. So I
Oh, that's
get
way
out,
more aggravating.
I get out the car, but I'm a listener. I get out the car, and I said, "Yo, what happened over there? Yo, I see." Because I'm not gonna be like, "Yo, guy, can I have a free parking?" So I go, "Yo, what happened over there? It looked like they shut the spot down." And then the guy goes, "Oh yeah, we took it over. But if you get your ticket validated, you don't have to pay."
Thank you.
And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna pay a whole $50 for no reason.
Right.
Not you being a whole wife right now.
Yeah.
All in.
Checks and balances.
but what I say is that with relationships, I think that there has to be that ability that I guess the balance. What's the checks is what and what's the balance, Rico? What do you consider balance in a relationship? Trust or
The checks create the balance.
Yeah.
what? I don't understand. Give me a whole rundown on.
For example, that balance, right,
hmm
was the simple fact that realistically, in your analogy, you actually needed both of you, right? Because you need to get the ticket.
But Yumi was right.
Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
But if you got the ticket and you paid the $50, you were still wrong. Well, not wrong, but you get what I'm saying. It wasn't the most
You would've took a
efficient
L.
because what happened was it was still free parking, but it just wasn't there. So technically, you guys are checking each other, but the balance was the actual outcome, right? Because you still needed both of those theories.
order to get the outcome.
Because if you were like, yo, forget it, I'm just gonna park not even here and pay the $50. I'm gonna park mad far, and it's hot outside. So now you guys are walking.
It'd been more aggravating.
It'd have been worse, right?
No, he had to drop Yumi off in the front. And he can walk.
But you get what I'm. Yo, don't start.
I'm
this.
just saying.
We're in the
That's not a
city.
balance.
We're around
That's
the
called a
corner in the
sacrifice.
city's an hour.
Hey, don't. Because the thing is that Yumi knew
would've
she
been
was
your
right. I would be
loss.
so upset.
But you were
If
both
I
right
knew-
because technically he had to park in that spot that he was going to pay for, and she was right because
Technically,
he
the
didn't
spot
have to
that's
pay
free
for it.
was closed. I go there all the time. I go there like 6-7 times a month. So it was closed. I'm like, all right, move on.
Shout out to B&H, by the way. We appreciate you and your free parking.
But I get the checks and balances. So we gotta go with one more. You guys ready for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, which
Marie,
one
we
was
have
it?
time. It's 7:22. I am not. But what I am doing, see, don't start nothing in here. What I am doing is is filming. Yes. All right, Aaron, this one right
I
here.
love the mics. Guys, if you love the mics, drop a comment below.
Oh, yeah. Tell us what y'all think about the mics. Because there's always a complaint about the
This
sound.
is only for Patreon.
Now we on here. Like on here, on here.
So yeah, this is definitely better.
How about that? I know y'all heard
Did you
that.
heard that?
Right?
Did you hear that?
Had to.
Aaron, you have it? The one with the ring?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or I texted to you guys, right?
Shout out to Kathleen Celeste. That's her name. I remember. Yeah.
Celeste.
Do
I
you
haven't
follow
heard
her?
that name in a long time.
I actually don't follow her. I thought about it, but I did shout her out on my
Oh, let
story
me.
today.
for some
Just say
reason
you
it's
thought
not
about it.
coming up right.
So,
Okay.
I could tell you the story if you like.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, do that.
So Kathleen Celeste, her and her man were together and married from their late teens, right? And as they were married, he spent a lot of money on this ring that he was paying off monthly, right? To a point, and they didn't not have any money at that time, especially as young.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rico.
Come on, man. I told you I got you.
I didn't even know all that was in the description.
If you paid attention, you got it. You know what I'm
Apparently.
saying?
You spoke to her?
No, I did not, but I did listen.
Okay. Look at her, man. She's impressed and bad at you at the same time.
So yeah, they didn't have a lot of money at that point in time in their relationship and in their life, and he was paying this ring off every month, and it got to a point where they had to, he had to decide to pay the ring or a bill. I believe she said it was a phone bill.
Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So then she said to him, it's not about the ring.
Right.
I just more so care about the commitment. If you can just be committed to me as if there was, a marriage or, like they are in a marriage, then that's all she was asking for.
She wants the commitment.
Exactly. She chose the commitment over the ring, which is dope because then what ends up happening is they went and I believe
returned
sold
the
the
ring.
ring. Yep.
Yeah.
So it took the burden off of him and her and their relationship, and then she exchanged it for a ring that was like $30 or something like that.
And she was happy with that.
And they've been together ever since.
Yeah.
And they're still together to this day. And I know that they're still not in their teens.
With
right?
with the same ring.
I don't believe
So
it's
he
the same ring
upgraded.
because she said, quote unquote, we were really broke at that time, which means that
That flex changed.
yeah.
Perhaps they're not broke at this
anymore.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So assuming that, and I believe I kind of peeped it while she was moving her hands, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's
Because I was looking
definitely
for a
not
$30 ring. I was like, what does that even look like?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thought about that too.
It's like, but that's what I'm saying. That's somebody, if you find a partner like that, is with you for you. And it doesn't matter what you present them.
Because that's a beautiful person in and out.
That's a
That's the
committed
thing.
person.
That's just a beautiful person in and out because they're willing to go with you anywhere you're gonna go. And that and
Not to the toilet bowl though.
see, that's the thing I like that Aaron you said.
Why?
And I feel like women, you guys have the burden of that sometimes. Because sometimes there's a lot of bad leadership with men.
Yes.
There's a lot of bad leadership with
That's
men.
sometimes, most times.
Most times, right? And women do go through a lot of stuff, but y'all pick these dudes. Y'all really pick these dudes over decent guys. The decent guy may not be
Rich.
I don't even think it's a rich thing.
he just may not be like, let's just say
Attractive?
you go to I didn't want to say that, but you go to Rico goes to the gym, right? All these guys in the gym working out, but then the guy that's the clerk, the girls in there gonna pass through, not look at, and the clerk guy might be a decent dude.
He might, but let's be
Well, what
real.
does
Let's
he
not
look
take
like?
let's not take away
because
from
when-
physical attraction.
A guy knows when he looks good. All the girls want
Yes.
him. He knows when he's desired. When
Even if he ugly, he got a nice body.
They get an ego. They start to feel themselves, and then that creates
It's true.
that creates a character of them. They're just
And that's
now
attractive.
they're
Why are you hating
now
on
they're
his ego?
I'm not hating, but that's just how guys are. Like now they're just this
People.
guy.
I'll say people.
Women
now
are
they're,
definitely like
now
that
they're
too.
just this guy that
Until they
thinks
get
that
to
they can
8500.
get any girl that they want
Because they
and that-
can.
because they can. And even when he thinks that he wants this girl, and this girl really thinks he got him, and he goes and cheats because he can get any other girl.
Okay.
That's why the good looking guys end up that way. That's why the girls cried in the video. That's why.
Do you know what
And that is it.
do you know what I want to just say to the women? And I don't know if this makes sense.
I'm lost.
Women need to not confuse a polite man with a nice guy.
Explain.
Some guys are just polite. They just have manners. They treat
Oh,
you with
okay, I
respect.
see what you're
That's
saying.
it. They're not nice guys. They're just polite.
That's fair. I can actually agree with that a lot.
Oh, yeah,
like,
'cause
I'm a really polite and cordial person.
People can be polite
Yeah.
as hell.
I have great
to
mannerisms.
Get in the
Be
panties.
monsters.
Yeah,
I was a monster
I actually
Yeah,
agree with
with
that.
manners.
Politeness. Like, oh, how's your mom? How's your sister? Everything good? He's just being polite.
Yeah, you're right.
He ain't really into. He's as interested as he is watching a wall.
Oh, he's so sweet. No, he's not.
He's just polite.
I
I don't
agree.
know. Does
Respectful.
that get y'all? That get y'all with?
What?
No, but I think some people would
She's so
misunderstand that to be something that it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Polite is just like, okay, thanks. Like, I don't know. That doesn't.
No,
That
polite.
don't do nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
I could see
just
how it
think
could
that
do
that's
something
just how
for
you were
people.
supposed to be. Nice.
That's
You
not
know what I
nice.
mean?
That's
Everybody-
not how.
Polite.
That's not how the
Polite.
world is. The world is not nice, and the people in it are not nice. Have you looked at our comment box before? I'm
No,
Right.
I
sure
definitely have.
I'm pretty
but
sure
I'm
those
just-
people are polite on a day-to-day basis until they get to our comment section.
It'd be straight monsters.
Okay, so
I'm
the
thugging.
politeness,
Yeah, all the
because
time.
people aren't usually polite, that will make you be like, oh, okay, this person's polite. Like, I like him.
You know
That
what's
just-
polite?
That doesn't.
Saying good
work for
morning.
me.
Yep,
That's polite.
absolutely.
Hey, good morning.
That's agenda.
Oh,
No man is saying good morning unless there's an agenda. Okay.
oh, we were talking about. I'm talking about just greeting people when you.
Saying
Oh,
good
oh,
morning.
oh.
Saying,
I wasn't saying like somebody texting
saying,
you like good morning.
How was your day?
Sometimes too much politeness is weird to me.
Yeah,
What?
me.
When I lived in California, right?
they're very polite over there, but they're very
Overly polite,
superficial.
and it was like this lady was walking her
It's
dog.
because you're not used to it.
And she
I'm
stopped
actually-
in front of me. Like, she stopped me from walking to ask me how my day was. And I was like, you don't know me. Why do you care about how my day is right now?
Yo,
It's
that lady will be
12
at
o'clock.
These people, they're polite, but they'll be at your hanging. That's
See, I'm only that polite on
I
vacation.
really was. I felt like she was trying to ask me, like, why am I here? Like,
Probably.
where'd you come
I'm
from? I know you're not
super
from
nice
here.
on vacation.
Probably.
I'm telling
Just
everybody
being
good morning.
polite.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you on vacation? Because I don't know, y'all. I'm happy. Y'all happy? I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
I will not.
On
tell-
vacation, I'm not polite, but I'm nice.
I
as
am.
hell.
I'm very polite
I-
on vacation.
it's a Haitian thing.
Polite is
You gotta
different
be
than nice.
very polite when you're Haitian. I say
polite is
good day.
saying
I
good
think
morning,
good.
how are
this,
you?
da, da, da.
I could
But
see
in
that.
Haiti, it'd be like war. They polite. Hey, watch out. We're gonna shoot you down.
Good day. Bang, bang, bang.
I'm just joking.
God bless.
But politeness does get misconstrued. So
I could definitely see that.
so with the ring was cool.
It was dope. I had to comment
not
and say
having
it was
it.
dope.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No. And this is my real life. When I got
Wipe it off. My bad.
when we got engaged, I was like, I don't even need no ring. I'm good. I ain't gotta have an engagement ring. I ain't gotta have a wedding ring. Like, I'm good. But my husband thought that was important. And so he made sure that I had one. Like, it's just like I've never wanted a wedding. Like, it's just certain things that just really are not
You like the
important.
homie.
I mean, it's just
she's so dope.
it's just some things it's just not that important to me. You know what I mean? But I understand the significance behind a ring. Like, you can't have a good job and doing well and you're at a certain age talking about we're gonna get you a $30 ring. No, we're not. Because if you're taking me off the market and I have to show to everybody, hey, I'm spoken for, a price comes with that. And a price comes with it because you're taking away opportunities from other suitors. You understand?
Way to
Like,
look
that's
at it.
that's the
But it's a
traditional
reality way
that's
to look at it.
the traditional reason for the ring, because you're taking away days from that woman's youth and her opportunities to be with other suitors. So there's a price attached to it.
But
You understand?
You're accepting it. Nobody's taking anything. Like, I think that's something we gotta.
No, there's an exchange.
Yeah, but the exchange is. But it's
She's
still,
valuable to the man that wants her.
Yeah,
and he's willing to go
but
above and beyond.
she
to get her.
also sees that he's valuable for her to take her off the market.
Yeah,
So-
but it costs.
He matches the value at least. Rico.
It
Listen,
costs.
Rico.
Everybody, look, this is 2022.
Yes.
Everybody's choosing their partner. Women are choosing their men. Men are choosing their woman, and other.
But you've never done a little bit extra to lock down a girl that you like?
I've done extra to lock her down, but I would not have done extra if I knew that she wasn't trying to lock me down.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You feel me?
But
Because
No,
like,
don't ever take somebody off the market that don't want to get off the market.
yeah, and that doesn't want to, like, she wants to be with me just as much as I want to. I've never been with a girl that I wanted to be with her more than she wanted to be with me.
I
It
mean,
never
in the
made
case of
sense.
marriage, who's saying that?
But that's what I'm saying is now the playing field has been equalized.
But I disagree. It's not equal, because at the end of the day, and you've said this, as women age, they lose their value. It's been said by multiple men on this show,
but
right?
that's a choice from her.
No, it's not, because the thing is that if she is invested in you and you're invested in her, because you're not walking around with a ring on unmarried. She is walking around with a ring on that says, I am taken, meaning it is pushing away other potential suitors. You not walking around with an engagement ring on.
That shit is not pushing nothing away. There's dudes that are if I saw a ring on a girl's finger and I truly wanted her,
Probably doesn't mean that much.
it only attracted me. That's wow, you're really
Wait, but
good
all the
one.
time? But you're saying that's all the time?
Most times, even
I don't go after married women. I'm
just
and I'm
saying,
married.
women
don't
go
go
when I
after
was
any
single-
women.
Yeah,
People
when
go
I was
after-
single, I didn't go after married women.
people go after people who are committed because nobody can be committed. This is today's age. If a woman sees a man with a family and a woman sees a man in a relationship, every man will say, all of a sudden, all these girls want me. Same thing on vice versa. So once I will honestly be like, don't even wear a ring. Don't even wear one.
And that's
It's gonna create a problem.
yeah, because all it's going to do is make a dude be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I like I
There's
said,
a bigger risk for women. I get it, and I
it's
agree.
huge.
But when I say that the playing field is equalized, I'm talking about in that moment, right? And that relationship at that time, we are seeking to be with each other equally. Because for me to ask you and for you to say yes means that we are equally invested in each other and we equally are agreeing to whatever our future
But
is.
there's different levels of risk. You can have
Yeah,
an
but
equal.
the risk is the risk. That's
No.
just something that is
No,
what
it's
it is
not.
what it is.
No, because that's what when you have higher risk, it changes the return on your investment. So if you have higher
Not
risk,
necessarily.
how?
Not
If your
necessarily.
risk is higher and you actually like surpass and you're successful for whatever that endeavor is, you're gaining more
know what you
because your
also
risk was
have?
so high.
When you have a higher risk, higher returns. So now you are one out of, let's just say, 4 women who are married by this age that women are starting to, quote unquote, lose value, right? What, 35 we're saying? Their shelf life
Or
is?
not. Or options are running slow.
Your options are running
Yeah.
slow. So now you're on the other side of the spectrum. You're not out here sounding like the girl who's saying every man is, I quit. You're not out here saying every man is cheating, every man is lying, and I don't want to be. You're in a whole different mindset ball game. You actually won the jackpot. So you have a higher risk, but you also have a higher reward. Because guess what? A dude who's 35, who usually just is now coming into himself, he can't really do what he would really want to do at 35 because now he has invested that into you. So now his risk at 35 is running higher than yours.
No,
Checks
no,
and balance. Guys, I had to do that.
no.
That's
It can't because at the end of the
What do
day,
you mean by risk? Your risk are higher.
okay, so and again, I'm taking this back to what has been said on this show so many times. Everyone seems to agree that women's value as they age decreases.
I don't want to use the word value, but their options do dwindle.
I never said these words. I'm just repeating what's been said here.
Just say they have a shelf life. That's exactly what we said.
Right, and so when your shelf life
I'm just saying,
increases,
just keep it general.
okay,
Which
so
one becomes harder to get.
say it again.
I guess what the woman ones become harder to get.
As they
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, men have a longer shelf life. One, for them to find a spouse and to have children. Women don't have that same shelf life, if you will. So if you have somebody out here wasting your time is very limited.
But there's
So
nothing you can
so
do
so
about
your
it.
risk is higher because you have a very finite amount of time to achieve these exact same things that this man can achieve. So he doesn't have a finite amount of time. He can do this shit till I swear to God, my great grandfather, I think he had his last kid at like, I don't know, 70. Like my great uncle's literally older than my mom.
That's rare though.
You know, no, but I'm just but what I'm saying is that men can be in the game much longer.
But
which
women could too. You have to pay to play. So if you decide that you want to be a woman with a longer shelf life, then you do everything that man would do at 55. There are cougars, right? And cougars usually do what? Pay to play. When
do
a
gotta
dude is
pay to
at
play when you get
55,
older.
he's paying to play. In
Not even-
today's world,
But
paying is
to be a
equal.
cougar
legal.
isn't
Yeah,
to
not even-
have the
at
same
35, they're
life
paying to
that
play.
you're having.
right.
You're having another person and kids and a happy life. We got to pay to play.
That's
you
not the
talking about?
same. What he
They're
said,
paying to play too.
No, she's saying that women can't do that. You can have kids until you're 50, 60, 70. Women cannot.
Let me tell you something. Men typically don't want kids at 50. I'm gonna tell you that
Why are
right
you
now.
doing it?
That's not happening on purpose. I told you.
Young bro
I
wanted-
told you how my homie who when I was 18 years old and I worked out at this one gym for almost 10 years and he's a correctional officer and he worked out there and I've known him for a long time. I seen him at the pizza shop and he was telling me how he retired and by accident got a girl pregnant and now he's not retired no more.
He has to go back to work.
He has to go back to work. No man wants to be 50 years old and have kids if they already had kids. Let's also say that too.
It's like a reset. It's like a reset. But then again, there's what Rico is saying. I agree with.
I get
The
that.
world has become a little bit more equal. Just like a 40, 50-year-old man has to have bread and his money together in order to attract something if he's single, a 40 and 50-year-old woman has to have the same. She has to have some kind of
Yeah.
finances together. She has to have a home or a nice apartment. She has to have some kind of monetary energy with her in order for her to attract what she wants.
And
It's very rare that, and the truth is she's going to attract the same thing that he's going to attract when he's 40, 50. You're going to get him a young girl, and that's going to be a headache. She's going to get her a young boy, and that's going to be a headache. And it's just the game. The game is more equal than we think.
the thing is that the gender role is the reason why we don't see it as equal because women typically don't gotta pay to play.
They do now, though.
But now is the first time probably in the last 100 years
Yeah.
that women have to pay to play. So now you have obviously there's variables on why they couldn't pay to play before, but now you got the opportunity. Listen, if you want to be 40 years old and you want to be single and you want to do all of this stuff, you got to pay to play just like how a 40-year-old man would do. It is equal right now. You have the ability to have that job, you have the ability to get the money, the means, the finances for you to go ahead and get you a young man if you wanted a young man. Or a young woman,
Or even
whatever
at an
your
equal
preference
age,
is.
even at an
Yeah.
equal age, a woman could be 45 years old and she bags a 55-year-old man. He's still gonna look like what you got,
I'll be damned to be 45 with a 45-year-old woman
right?
and she don't got
He-
nothing
no, he's-
going on. I'll be
he-
like, what's wrong
He's
with
55.
Not I'll be
He's
damned.
55 and she's 45,
Damn.
and he's looking at what you got.
You been
gotta
on this-
have something.
Alan, they've been on this world. She's been on this world for 4 decades,
Mhm.
and you got nothing. I don't even want you.
You know what's so crazy?
No,
My
I
uncle,
don't disagree.
My uncle in Florida. This is real. This is a true story. My uncle in Florida went on the dating app, Tinder, one of them, whatever. My
Yeah.
uncle is 65, 66 years old.
Who helped him
Looks
set up his
good.
profile?
I don't know.
That's like the first thing I want to know.
I don't
Your
know.
profile has to be
But I
accepted.
tell you,
He be on the.
he runs.
He go like this. Let me see your phone. He do this when he look at when he swipe.
Yeah, he got it all the way.
Oh,
He
she
got
looks
it.
like a good one.
He got
Okay.
with the big letters.
Where my glasses at? This one look all right.
Look,
I swipe this way. I swipe left or right.
Right,
legit.
exactly.
He's legit in his 60s, right? This is a true story. He said he used to go on the happy hour with the ladies. He said there's so many of them. He said there's hundreds. He said my profile is full. But he's a handsome guy. He said there's so many of them. What I do now, when I respond, I let you know. You come to my house. You come in to see me. I'm gonna cook for you, and that's how we're gonna get to know each other. He has not gotten to know yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
In his
It seems
house?
unsafe.
Nah,
Alright.
yeah. Well,
Come to your
shit.
house?
Well, he's not cooking. He speaks to them, I guess, a couple of times, and they come to the house. You gotta remember, they're women in their 40s. They're in their 50s.
And you know what I've been seeing?
Women in
Like-
their 40s aren't that gullible.
Nah, it's not even
Nah, a
gullible.
woman in her 40s got her shit going on. She's fine.
But
That's
he's
the
in
thing.
Florida. You can carry a weapon there, so maybe that's why they're not scared. No,
No,
but I'm just saying, you can go into some strange man's house like this. You know,
Oh,
It's
you're
just
saying
stuff-
from the,
No,
nah,
yeah.
You gotta
So,
think.
Look,
I mean, you're
we're,
right. I
we're,
get
you
it.
know what?
Right.
There is a safety
You know,
precautionary.
we got to close out, but I'm going to tell the audience, Patreon audience and YouTube membership audience, and I'm going to say this to the audience. Listen to me. Listen to this show that's called 8 at the Table. Listening to us is like listening to your financial advisor. You know how your financial advisor talk to you when you're 25, 30 years old
Different.
about retirement when you're in your 60s? 8 at the Table is talking to you about what you need before it gets there.
Facts.
Pop, pop, pop.
Date Simon. Leave Sean alone unless you Sean Speed.
but and I
Ain't
said this
nothing wrong
earlier.
with
No,
Sean's
wait,
out
wait. Can
there.
I was
I?
about to say, I thought we agreed that Sean was okay.
Sean's a
No, we
good guy.
didn't. We didn't. Well, we agreed.
Sean's a good guy.
Sean's a good
Yeah,
guy.
He's got a
Sean's
lot of
good
options.
guy.
Anyway, so
He's
I'll
only
say
a bad guy to a Carol. All right, Sean is only
Carol.
a bad guy to Carol.
I feel like
Sean's a
we
good-
didn't like really talk about, and this is maybe something for later. We didn't really talk about the solution, and I think part of the solution is truly learning how to be honest with ourselves, learning how to vet people, learning how to actually know what we need versus seeing this package. It looks good, but it literally contains, it's a grab bag full of shit that ain't gonna do nothing for us. I think, and I can only speak for women. I feel like women, we don't do a great job of vetting
people.
potential like
Suitors.
partners.
Yeah.
I don't.
agree with that. I agree. And that's why y'all be having guys that be trying to save y'all.
Why? What do you mean?
So the men, they come, they try to save y'all, right? Do you know why they trying to save y'all?
Don't save
'Cause you're lost.
And they know you don't want to be saved.
Yeah. Damn.
See,
I
a
set that
man who there's a negative connotation. When a man may be really interested in a woman and he's a leader, he might just be like, yo, this is probably not the best direction for you. Just chill with that. Oh, you trying to save me. Why would you try to save somebody who don't need saving?
I want to be saved.
You
Hey.
want to
Hell yeah.
be saved?
What I look like out here fending for myself? I want to be
Fending for
saved.
myself. Get out of here. We're in 2022 and everybody has a
You know what I'm
different
saying? Like,
All right.
people don't want to look at life for what it is sometimes.
Could you say that again?
Oh my God, Siri is always talking. Jesus
In
Christ.
your business.
Right. Nosy
That's
ass.
the problem with some women.
Right.
I just look at it like that. I look at it like if a young kid is 18 years old and he makes it to the league or he signs a record deal,
Yeah.
and you got the OG like, yo, young blood. Nah, I know what I'm doing. He's trying to save you.
You're right. You're right.
He's been there so many times. This ain't nothing but a rerun and a repeat for him.
Ain't
So
nothing new.
He's like, young blood. Nah, girl, yo, don't buy that Ferrari.
And you
Don't
bought
spend
it.
92% of your money. And then you like, nah, I know what I'm doing. And he's trying to save you. And then the years pass and you like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So men naturally, some men who have a head on their
So.
shoulders. Did you just stop? All right. we
We're
gotta
being
wrap-
bullied,
we're being
so we
bullied,
gotta
so
get.
we gotta go.
Shout out to all the 8 at the Table subscribers and members.
Thank
We
you guys for
appreciate you.
listening.
Keep
This has
liking,
been 8
sharing.
at the Table.
Amanda got her sexy voice on. Do it again for them.
That was actually cute.
Do it one more
again.
time,
That was good,
Amanda.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been 8 at the Table.
Ooh,
That was nice.
That's nice.
Looked like she's about to moan at the end. Shit, all right.
That was nice. I like
Thanks
that.
a lot,
I love my
guys.
job.
Big shout out. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye, y'all.